Hello and welcome to my layout update. This is my layout update to what I've been up to in September. I've started building a road scene here in this area. In my previous video where I actually laid the plaster, I was going to actually do a video step by step on how I done this, but my camera has been playing up and my computer's been playing up, so I haven't been able to upload the step by step, so I just continued on a bit. I can explain what I've done. I used plaster here, modelling plaster. I have put some, first I painted it brown. Try to zoom in here so you can see where the house is. I painted it brown and then I put some fine coarse on. I used fine turf, soil and earth on it. I painted the actual area brown first. And then I laid some static grass. I have my pliers there at the moment holding the tree in place as the glue dries. The tree is the one that I brought from the hobby shop. I brought it a long time ago. I'm not sure which brand it is, but I've had it laying around on my layout and had it on my previous layout, which I dismantled a while back. So I put some static grass, as you can see, some underbrush, some bushes. I put a fence. The fence is, I can't remember which brand it was, but it's this fence that you buy. As you can see, it comes green. I painted it brown, glued it in place. I'm still to do the section here where the roundabout is. I just got up to there, so I'm gonna continue with the soil around, continue building the road around this area here. I'm gonna actually put a supermarket, which I have here. I'm going to put a supermarket in this area next to the station. I'm going to put a car park in this section here where all mess is laying at the moment. It's going to come around to the roundabout. Like I said in my video, I'm going to put the fuller car system road into this. I'm going to put something in the middle here of the roundabout. I was thinking of putting some grass or something, as you see in roundabouts normally. Maybe some type of tree in the middle or something. Maybe like some fancy tree that might be in a pot plant or something. But that's in the next step. I started putting some weeds and stuff amongst tracks here, as to replica that the plants in this section have seeded and the seeds have blown into the track in that area. I'm going to put more in yet, but I haven't gotten to it yet. It's small detailing here and there. So as you can see, the road section is coming along nicely. In this section here where the roundabout is, the corner, sorry, not the roundabout, on the corner here, I'm going to put some of these actual railings, guard rails. So yeah, I'm going to put them around, and I've just painted them. I've painted them white so far, but I'm going to weather them and make them a bit more messy yet. So I'm going to put them around from the corner there, around. I'm yet to start this house with the yard and stuff. I'm going to put grass in and some gardens and some people eventually, and a fence around it. I was thinking of putting this fence in that I think it was from Fuller, the brand was. It's got brickwork and then some woodwork between the bricks. Painted it white. I'm going to paint the bricks maybe a red colour. I was thinking slowly getting there. Like same as this one here, as you can see. But this one I painted green and grey. Left it with the brown tops. I'm thinking of painting the tops white. Just that small bit of detail. Eventually I'll get there. I have I'm not sure if I can get a good zoom in there, but put some wheelie bins in. Just adding a little bit of detail. Wheelie bin, garbage bin. So it's slowly coming along. I have painted this back section here, this fence along here. It was white. I painted it brown. Put weeds, grass, tall grass, messy grass along there as if it's unlooked after. Just like I said, I've been working on this section here. This is one section I've been working on. I'll show you the other section now. So, the other section I have been doing during September is this cut through section between my two mountains I have here. So, as you can see, one section here, it's one mountain, and it runs on through to the other section here, which is like a second mountain. So this is like a cut through section which I've made. So it's two tunnel sections. So I ballasted this section, weathered the track. I have put some cable trunking down, a relay box. I'm still doing the section. I'm going to put some on my retaining wall, some retaining sections that stick out. I'm not sure what you call them. Some bracing for the wall. I'm going to put this along in a few sections. I put some canopy masks, I think they're called, along here. I've also weathered them a little bit. I have my signal there, which is a 4 aspect. I put some greenery along the rock front section here where the rocks are. The wood here, I'm going to actually put, this is actually going to be brickwork, probably red brickwork I say it's going to be, as that's the actual station there. So, and I want it to look like the station is built onto this rock surface here. So I've got the tunnel portals here. They are made from Fuller. They are made out of plaster, they were. I put one there. I put the same one down there. I weathered them. They come unpainted, so I had to paint them. As you can see, I tried to put a bit more darkness above the actual areas to represent the smoke and stuff. I have a, I think they're called an AWS signal detector, train detector thing. I have one there. I also have another one here as well. I painted them yellow and silver, weathered them on top. As you can see, I've weathered the track in this section. Yep. Yeah. Then this section, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to put another canopy mask on the other side yet. As most of you know, they're quite expensive to buy. So I'm trying to think of making them myself, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But I'm thinking I'll probably buy the same type I've got here for the other side, and then maybe on the rest of the layout I might make them. But this is kind of like the last thing to do. They're just put in place at the moment. They're just sitting there, so the wires actually come out. I don't think you can kind of see the wires too well, can you? Try to zoom out so you can see them. Here, the wires here, they are just sitting there at the moment. I'm going to solder them on, weld them onto the actual metal parts that come out. But I'm not going to do that until the last thing. Is I have to put a little bit more detail in it. I want to put like a little bit of shrubs and stuff, and maybe a little bit of grass here and there along it, and along the back section here through the ballast. And then same here, I want to just put a little bit of grass and a little bit of weeds and stuff, make it look a little bit more untamed, unmanned in some way. That's about it for this section I've done. The other thing I've done in September is started painting my mountain up here as well. I've only painted it brown and put some fine turf on it so far. My plan is to cover the whole mountain with grass, static grass, and then put weeds and stuff through it, and a couple of little trees and stuff, some shrubs. Nothing too much. So, I also, in the last month, I have weathered the station here, the station tracks. So all the tracks have been weathered along here. Also got a Class 50, number 35, Arc Royal. I got that for my birthday. My partner brought it for me, along with the inner city coach behind it. She brought me, which, well, maybe it wasn't that one. Might have been the first class one she brought me. Yeah, I think it was that one that she brought me actually. So I brought a second class brake coach with lights in it. I'm going to add lights to the other ones. So I've got a first class, another first class, and then I have a second open by Batchman. These are Hornby ones, and then I have another brake coach down the end there with lights in it as well. So my plan is to add lights into them eventually. So in September I also started adding the retaining wall in the station here. I put most of it in. I've got up to the top here where the houses are. So I came above the houses. I've still got to put a top on it yet, and I've still got to paint this section along here, paint it black. My plan is to make like some type of creeping vine that has grown up here and along this area a little bit. Not the whole way along, but part way. My plan is to also add, I'm going to just hold this by hand for a second, take it up. My plan is here in this section, I want to put some stairs where the white plasticard stuff is there. This is to represent some cement that's been laid next to the grass here. I want to put like a stairs that comes down to the actual platforms. The platforms are still to have a lot of work done to it. I've just gave them a quick paint of grey, just a quick cover coat. I've got to do some maintenance to it where these cut marks is here. I had to cut it when I moved the train set from one room to another room, as there's screws here that hold the legs in place. I had to cut it, so I'm going to just put some modelling plaster over it and just sand it, and maybe even some glue or something maybe in there and fix it up. But my plan is to give this one a rough surface, this station. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that. So as you can see, I have weathered the tracks. I'm just going to move this a little bit. So in this part of the station, on the left side here, I've just put some old sleepers and some rails there. I also put a relay box in. I've got cable trunking in the middle. I've weathered that. I'm yet to put some cable trunking to go underneath the tracks to the signals. Got one signal there. Also got one signal inside there, as you can see. Yeah, I've also put AWS ramp there, as you can see. Also weathered it a little bit. I'll zoom back out a little bit so you can see. Yeah, it's slowly coming along. I say, as most people you know that build a layout, they're time consuming. They take up a lot of time. I haven't had a lot of time the last few weeks on it. I've tried to do as much as I can, but as we all know, work. I have a very busy working week this week, so I maybe got maximum 1 hour the whole week to work on it. Yeah. So, also in September, I also put some more cable trunking. I think it's called cable trunking. It's the wheels kit. Also put a relay box there, which is from Bachmann. I put the cable trunking all the way along the retaining wall there. I'm yet to ballast this section. Before I ballast the section, I need to cut back the wall here in this section. I need to cut the piece of wood back that hangs over and make it flat. I'm going to put a retaining wall there, then put some greenery section in this corner here. As I've said in my first layout tour video, this section actually is a lift up section. It lifts right up in the air, so everything I do here has to be done in a very smart and thinkable way. I can't have too much big stuff out the back as it lifts up. Although embankment, as I had in my video where we made the embankment in 2 parts, it lifts out, it does, from the retaining wall behind. As you can see where it ends there, you can see how it's like a separate section. The whole thing lifts out, so when I need to get underneath, I can just lift the embankment out and do it. So this area where the hole is here is actually a separate section. It's actually a fast section. It doesn't come out yet, but it's also got to be made to lift up in case a train derails underneath that section. But this is a long way away before I get to this section. My plan is to try work where the embankment starts there. Try to get this whole board done along this section, which is going to be like a street scene with a small town type thing on it, like a few houses and a couple of buildings. Yeah, as you can see, it's got the houses along here. I'm just trying to, I have a few ideas, and then as I start to do it, and then I think, change my mind on it. I don't think it's going to look so good, but the corner down here I'm starting to look quite impressed with now. So, I'll just move the camera back down there and show you. So as I was saying, this section here, it's the next part now I'm gonna work on to. I've got to buy the fuller car system so that I can put that in the road here along the section here. Make it just turn back around. The old road here that you can see, the darker road, I've got to weather it and everything yet. I painted it a long time ago. I just quickly did it. As you can see, the new road that I've done, it's a bit more rough and tough road type thing. Looks a bit more worn. It looks a little bit more like an actual road. But it's still not done. I've got to put the line markings on, all that stuff. Like I said, the roundabout here, I want to build a little section in the middle here. Not too sure if I'm going to put a tree in the middle or maybe some type of art or something that's you normally see in the middle of a roundabout sometimes. I'll slowly decide over the coming weeks. Like I said, this section is planned to do up until Christmas. I want to have it done. Well, I think that's about all I've done for September. I'll keep you posted and with the next month, so keep an eye out. Like I said, I'm gonna probably upload a video every month, maybe 2 videos a month with my progress. I'll do some how-to videos in between. I've got a few subscribers so far. Hope they keep coming. Hope you keep sharing, make comments, and thanks for being a part of my progress. Bye for now.